Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is that side character. This is chapter 62, and this one is titled Enter Krabby Dad. The next few days went by too quickly, and you sadly packed your things to head over to Lolita's place. Her house was a little further, so you'd have to catch the bus to and from her place to school, as well as her place to Kenma's house. He had offered to come along and help with the move, but the look on his face after carrying just one of your 5 suitcases told you that he really wasn't enthused by the idea of having to get more from his house and lug them over. "It's fine, I can do a few trips. As long as I have my essential stuff with me for the first trip, it's all good," you said as you patted the closed suitcase on your lap. He nodded. "You can just come and take another bag each time you come to my place and then go to hers," he said. "Yeah," you replied, with a smile, and then looked out the window of the bus to watch the scenery go by. "Not that I care, but has Dad even tried to look for me? It's been almost 2 weeks since I was at home. I bet he's just relieved that I'm out of his hair." The studio at Lolita's place was a lovely size, and you bounced around it to check everything out. "Oh, sunshine, we have a shared washing machine. I hope that's okay. I don't need it to use it very much, because it's just me here." She gestured into the small laundry room that you would be sharing. "Oh, that's completely fine," you said with a smile. Your phone rang in your pocket while you were standing there, and you pulled it out to see who it was, but an unknown number met your curious eyes. "I'm not going to answer," you said to Lolita, showing her the unknown number on your phone screen. "Probably best that you don't," she replied knowingly. The number rang out and stopped, and the caller didn't leave a voicemail or message, so that gave you even more of an incentive to leave it and not chase it up. At school, your teacher hung up the school phone and let out a vexed sigh. "What is it?" her co-worker asked. "I can't get a hold of Yin Lin, a student in my class, and I need her to reply because she has an RSVP to the promenade dance, and I need to chase up numbers. She's always like this, so irresponsible," she muttered as she sifted through papers to find another number to contact you on. Why don't you just ring her parents?" the co-worker asked. "That's what I'm about to do, and if she doesn't respond by the end of tomorrow, then I'll be taking great pleasure in telling her she won't be allowed to attend the celebration." Your teacher finally found the number for your dad and rang it. He didn't pick up, but the voicemail stated that he was in a conference and that the caller should leave a message and he would call them back. Your teacher did leave a message, outlining briefly what the call was in regards to, and then hung up and prepared to leave for the day. It was just as she was about to walk out of the staff room that she got a call back. "Hello?" she asked as she picked up the landline. "Hello, this is Mr. Lin," your dad greeted her. "Oh, Mr. Lin, I do apologise for interrupting your day like this," she said with formal politeness as she bowed and held the phone in hand as she stood there at her desk. "No, please don't apologise. It is I who should be apologising for the behaviour of my daughter," your dad replied with thinly veiled irritation. "I merely wish to confirm her attendance for the promenade dance this coming week, and she has not yet RSVP'd, your teacher said, doing her best to keep her annoyance in check. "Please accept my most humble apologies. My daughter appears to have received her irresponsible attitude from her birth mother," your father replied with much less veiled annoyance than his first attempt. "Unfortunately, I too have been unable to contact her, but I will do my best to get an answer for you in a timely manner." "Oh, I do so appreciate it," your teacher said, still trying not to sound too pissed. "Should I not reply, or should she not reply, by the end of tomorrow, then please deny her entry, as she needs to learn that her irresponsible actions have consequences." "Oh, you really are doing the best you can," the teacher comforted him. "I appreciate that you see the same way as I do. I will follow your directives." The pair shared one last pleasantry, then hung up. "Oh, that poor man, having to deal with a girl like that," your teacher thought as she left the school grounds for the day. Your father could have cared less about your prom, but he saw this as an opportunity to get in touch with you and yell at you for a few things. He knew calling your phone would result in a dead end, so he had a good think and then rang the local police station. "Good evening," he greeted the officer that answered. "I'd like to file a missing persons report." Yes, and who is that for?" the police asked. "My daughter Yin Lin," your father said. There was a pause on the other end and the officer spoke. "Are you the father of Yin Lin? That's correct?" "Yes, that's correct." "May I have your name, please?" Your dad gave his name and the officer spoke again. Mr. Lin, we actually do have your daughter's name on record here, and I would like to let you know that she is safe and well." "You know my daughter? Has she come to the station? How do you know she's safe? She hasn't been returning my calls. Sir, I'm not at liberty to answer your questions, but I can confirm that she is in good health and is being cared for. Why can't you answer my questions? This is my daughter we're discussing here. She hasn't been at home for a number of weeks now and... Sir, with all due respect, her current guardian has called and notified us of her situation, and that is all I can divulge, unfortunately. It's her boyfriend, isn't it? He's the one who's stolen her away. She's been kidnapped. She is safe. Now, if you will excuse me, I'll be going now, the officer said, hanging up on your father since he had started to launch into a spiel about police being corrupt, etc., etc. Your father, fuming with teeth clenched, angrily hung up his phone, hissing his annoyance and frustration at the police not helping him. Good on Lolita for stepping in there. That was a smart move on her part. Stay tuned for the next chapter coming tomorrow. See you then.